Well, hello there and welcome to my channel, Watch Me Cook. In this episode I'm going to cook spicy creamy cheese cabbage with pasta. Before I start cooking, I want to show you what ingredients I will be using. Yay, the fun part. In these ingredients I'm going to use half of white cabbage. You can use the red one if you haven't got any. I'm going to use 2 medium-sized onions chopped, 100 grams of 4 cheese mix. I'm going to use half of that. 2 tablespoons of flour. I'll be using 500 ml of milk. You can use any sort, which is semi or fully fat if you want. And I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and 1 thin slice of unsalted butter. I would say about here. If you haven't got unsalted butter, you can use 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. And these 3 are the main spices. It's optional if you want to use it. I want to use it because I love my spices. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and this is optional as well. 3 green chilies. If you like your spices to be high, then use more than 3 if you wish. Also, I'm going to use 200 to 250 grams of pasta. You can use any one you like. I'm using a shell pasta. And I will be using 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Likewise, is salt to taste or pepper to taste. First step I will do is to wash the cabbage, then chop it up. Chop it in a way you like. If you have a food processor, then go for it. Also, you will need to peel off the onion skins and chop them. Likewise, no fancy way of chopping. And of course, last but not least, chop the chilies. Just make sure you don't rub your eyes afterwards. Don't say I didn't warn you. So, without further ado, let's start cooking. I'll cook and you will watch. With a medium-sized frying pan or wok, I will set my gas setting onto low to medium. Once the frying pan is hot, I will put 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Give it a quick swirl so that the cooking oil is evenly coated to the frying pan. I'm going to add my slice of butter. Yes, you can add 2 slices of butter if you wish. Now I'm going to add 2 chopped medium onions. Give it a mix. Allow it to cook for a while to be golden brown. After a few minutes later, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt or salt to taste and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper or to taste. Give it a good mix. The next ingredients are optional if you don't fancy a spicy taste. You can skip this part and add the cabbage instead. The title does say spicy, doesn't it? Next, I'm going to give my chopped chilies and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Give it a thorough mix. I'm going to cover the pan and leave it for about a few minutes so that the onions can get softer. So after a few minutes, you can see the onions have softened. Give it a good mix. And now we are ready to give our cabbage. Give it a thorough mix, making sure every spices is coated. Yeah. Next step is to cover the frying pan for 8 to 10 minutes on low settings, making sure to stir midway. Okay, I'm coming back after 10 minutes and this is how it looks like. As you can see, the cabbage has gone soft. Trust me, this does not look burnt. Well, you can ask Monica at the end. Next step, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of plain flour. Give it a good mix. Next, I'm going to add 500 milliliters of fresh milk. Give it a good mix and crank up your gas to medium. Put a lid on, allow it to cook for 10 minutes, stirring midway. After coming back to 8 to 10 minutes, I'm going to add my cheese. I'm adding 100 grams of cheese. At this point you can turn the gas off and give it a good stir. So our next step will be making the pasta. This is purely simple. I'm going to add about 200 to 250 grams of pasta. Give it a good mix. And then wait for it to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. My pasta is cooked. Now I'm going to drain it. Once you have drained the pasta, add it into your cream cabbage. After that, give it a good mix. And there you have it, my spicy creamy cheese cabbage with pasta. How was that for you, Monica? That's right, indeed. So now that you have watched me cook, why not try it yourself? Let me know in the comments below how it went. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until then, see you next time.